concealer to conceal under the eyes or above the eyes if you have any redness or subtle hairs. I use MAC Studio Finish concealer. I don't always use this, but hey, there's those days, right? This is my main man. This is the Browser. It's called Browser. Brush On Brow Kit, Brunette from NYC. $1.99, can't go wrong. And then a pen, I always use this Wet n Wild pencil. It's a Kohl Kajal brow / eyeliner. I definitely don't use this as an eyeliner. It has a waxy base, so when you're filling in your brows, it helps them kind of stay in place and tamed up too. This is the brush that I use to fill in my brows with the powder and to shape it mainly. This is actually not an eyebrow brush at all, and it's really skinny, and it's a little flimsy for a brow brush, but it gives a very thin tail to the brows, and I really like that. This came with a Vasanti Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. I had no use for it with eyeshadows, but it works for the brows, and I really like it. This helps comb the brows into place and take some color off if you put too much off. Now let's do our brows. If you do everything else and you don't do the brows and you leave your house, I think it looks a mess. You should always do your brows because they frame your eyes and the rest of your face. I think they do. And your eyes are the windows to your soul. So you want them to look the best. So before we begin shaping the brows, look at the natural shape of your brows. Now if you try to put a shape that is not natural, it's going to look weird on your face. That's what looks really awkward. Like when people overpluck, try to have this weird little skinny McDonald brow thing going. Yeah, that doesn't work. You should kind of start at the bridge of, well, not at the bridge of your nose, like on the side. If you just put a pencil, a straight pencil or something straight, they should be like right around there. And if it goes a little more that way or ends after, it's okay. It doesn't have to be exact. Not everybody's eyebrows are the same. And when I measure mine, this one comes in longer and this one starts a little farther, so I have to draw in some hairs to kind of equalize it. Also, before drawing in your brows, if you have subtle hairs that are growing back, like these little buggers right here, you can put concealer on it to cover it, but I don't really bother with that too much because it's just subtle hairs. Not many people notice it, but if you do use it, it gives you that I just got my brows waxed or groomed kind of look. And I'm going to start drawing in this one. I'm going to put light little strokes that mimic hairs. You don't want a whole thick bold line. None of that, okay? That's what makes it look really fake and ugly. If you have a problem with your brows looking really boxy, like right at the edge, or too round and it just looks really fake, you can try, this works for me, you can try to draw it in sort of like a triangle, okay? Like, they look like evil brows. Just either use your fingers, which I do, but you can use a brush and just brush that bottom little corner away. That way you don't mess up the overall brow look. I don't always use the pencil. If I had to pick one, I would pick the powder because it kind of does come with another wax side. Sorry it's so ugly, but I use this. That's why it looks like that. So I just put it in the powder, the brown side. And I'm also going to mimic light hair strokes with that. This kind of darkens up the look too. Same on the other side. Now both of your eyebrows might not be the same shape. Mine are not. Okay? And a lot of times they don't look the same. But it's okay. Nobody looks that hard unless one's like up here and one's down there. For the very edge of like the tails of my brows, I'm gonna dip it in wax just a little. Like I'm not rubbing it all in, just patting it and then getting some powder. And I'm going to draw on the tail with that. And that just gives it a very precise tail. And the wax also makes the color a little darker. You can make it longer or shorter. So you can really do anything with your brows. Like you can make it thicker or thinner. At times I make them both very angular, and other times I actually just pluck the angle off kinda and make it rounder. It's just whatever mood or whatever look you're going for. And let's check if the brows are done right. Wow. Okay. Pretty much the same. Also the ends of your brows should be from your nostril to your eye to like the end. Mine don't go all the way there, but it pretty much fades off to it. The same for the other side. One more thing to brighten up the brows, you want to always add a highlight. My favorite is Clinique's Daybreak eyeshadow. Yeah. And just put it on underneath. I just use the applicator it comes with. I hope this answers your questions on how I do my brows. This is pretty much how I do it every time, every day. The main thing is this, and this just kind of helps guide it too. But I would definitely go with powder. I think it looks more natural because sometimes you can have a heavy hand with a pencil. So yeah, and that's it. Hey everyone, today you can make your cameo. You probably have to.
Yeah, I gotta leave this in water for a little bit.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And this brush, this is the brush. It's okay.
Booga 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 booga.
You just had to ruin it, right?
Booga booga booga.
Go away. Okay.
That place that we used to go in Bath is not 2 miles. It's like 1.7. Really?
Boys make too much noise.
Yeah, I think it's 1.7.
I need like 5 minutes of shut up moment.
Booga 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 booga.